What's up, everybody? Welcome to my channel. You too can be great. This is the Real Housewives of Atlanta, season 12, episode 10 review, titled, hold on, I got my notes, Living on the Edge, right? Now, this episode had some moments in it that were cool, that I enjoyed, and there were some that were, yeah, it was all right, but let's talk about it. So the episode begins where it left off. You know, Nene joined the little crew when they were eating or having dinner at night or whatever, and Cynthia was checking Kenya for trying to ruin her damn anniversary and whatnot, or her proposal and whatnot. So Nene's there. All of them are not happy to see them. People are happy to see Nene or Marlo, and Giovanna's thirsty ass. Cynthia continues checking Kenya. Candy's like, okay, what's gonna happen? Why are you showing your ass over here? Porsha's make me, girl, bye. You got Eva like shaking her head. And you got Kenya not fucking with her. They would never be friends at this point. They're not even checking for each other. She's a buffalo. And Nene herself is crazy. According to Kenya, like, this is just not going to work. So Nene sits down. It's kind of awkward because nobody's saying shit to her. She's sitting down. I think she made an entrance because she's expecting people to kind of fawn over her a little bit. Maybe ask about her a little bit. Or maybe ask, oh, you're here. None of that. But nobody's doing that shit. They just kind of like, she sits there to ignore her. Porsha says that Kenya just likes to have moments, which she's right. Kenya does like to have moments, and usually the moment she wants to have it when she's having a bad situation going on in her life. She wants the attention to be on her so she can get to talk about whatever the hell it is bugging her ass. So Porsha was right about her. She likes having moments, and that's why she tried to fuck up Cynthia's proposal. Kenya kept saying that it was a feeling she had. It was a feeling, which is bullshit. She's still never going to tell the truth. She might be Phaedra next. Because Phaedra didn't want to tell us the truth about her pregnancy date. So, hey, why not Kenya join her ass too? Then we got King and Queen showcase Toronto Carnival. The next scene, they try to they went to this little showcase to show off all the little, I guess what do you call it? The parade decorations, the little showcases of what they're going to present in the parade. And it is beautiful. It's really colorful. It made me want to go to Toronto. I didn't know that the carnivals are like that. I've never been to Toronto before, but that shit looks extra enticing. All them colors, all them half-naked people dancing, the culture. I mean, it was nice. They were beautiful. So I was like, yes, I want to be part of it. The next scene, we got Candy, Giovanna, Marlo, and Nene. They're sitting and talking. Of course, Candy decides to bring up the recording situation. And Marlo said that while she was talking to Cynthia about what Kenya did, showing up at her little hair launch and trying to kind of messing it up with her Kenya Moore hair care stuff. And she felt like the way that Cynthia articulated her thoughts about Kenya's actions is insane. I wouldn't do it. I'm just leaving it at that. She felt like she would have been more forthcoming with telling Cynthia, who recorded her ass behind her back. And it's somebody in the motherfucking group. But I'm sitting here thinking this Snake A situation again. They are going to drag this for another 2 more episodes before they tell her ass what the hell or who did what. And it's getting annoying. I want to know who the hell it is. If you're going to keep bringing it up, tell me. Don't leave me in suspense. But Marlo says she knows. Giovanna says she knows. Nene says she knows. Hell, why tell Candy if you're not going to tell us about it? Like, that shit is annoying as fuck, but they're going to keep dragging it like it's a storyline right there. That's Nene's storyline. Snake egg. Then we got Tanya's fine ass come walking in, and she calls Candy KMZ, saying that Candy never forgets everything because now Candy's the new Sheree. She's the new bone collector, and she wants to find out everything and try to figure out anything that may affect her or tell somebody else. Nene says that she's not gonna let them know who the Snake Gate is, but she knows who it is. Marlo knows. They're not gonna say nothing. At this point, is agitating. But after Tanya calls Candy KMZ, they bring up the whole B. Scott situation where I guess I mentioned in my last video that the card or the letter that Nene sent Cynthia when she was proposing a little her wine cellar somehow got leaked on the blogs. And so they're asking Nene Leakes if she's a leaker. And Nene Leakes says, no, I don't leak shit. I may be Nene Leakes, but I don't leak nothing. And she kind of puts the blame off on Kenya, saying Kenya does kind of janky shit like that, which it sounds like some shit Kenya would do, no lie. It sounds like some shit that she would do because she don't like Nene. And y'all remember, I don't know if you guys watched Celebrity Apprentice. Somebody brought it up for me when Kenya went and stole Vivica Fox's cell phone. She stole it, and she went and she tweeted something talking about how Vivica is on menopause and how she's saying something about how this menopause is killing her. And so when they're on the hot seat and Trump and all his offsprings are standing there going off on them, basically saying who they're gonna boot out of this Celebrity Apprentice, Kenya brings up that Vivica is kind of going crazy. She doesn't know what's going on with her. She just recently went on Twitter and talked about her menopause. Vivica's like, I didn't do that shit. And they're like, how? Kenya's like, yeah, she did. She posted on Twitter. And Vivica's like, how the hell would you not post that shit on Twitter? Because I just said I didn't do it. So the Trump sons pull it up and realize that on Vivica's Twitter, somebody went up there and it does talk about her being on menopause. What the fuck would a woman go and put that shit up on Twitter? They find out later that Kenya was one who stole her phone from the boardroom because her phone went missing. Went into her damn phone, which I don't know why the fuck that motherfucker was unlocked. Posted on her Twitter and told people that she's having menopause and that's why she's having this, this issue she's been having while she's on The Apprentice. So yes, she's known for stealing phones and she's known for stealing shit and posting shit up on the blog. So it makes sense. The next day, they got the costume trial for the carnival. The costumes look beautiful. They're wearing like this kind of silver bathing suit type thing. And before this happens, of course, Dennis calls Porsha to see how she's doing. Todd says to Candy that she don't need to worry about her figure because ain't nobody in that group slim and trim, so she ain't got to worry about nothing. The shade of that one. Then Cynthia says that she's a size 6, but her ass is a size 12, and she going to try her bathing suit upstairs because there's a lot of snaking going on. She's not about to have her ass in front of the snake. Nene's down there. They're all watching. Candy puts on the bathing suit. It's beautiful. Marlo looks beautiful in the bathing suit. She has a nice figure, okay? That girl has a nice figure. She has nice booties. Up there is nice. Then freaking Giovanna's, again, with her freaking attention-wanted ass doing always something doing goofy whenever she's on camera, is going to come out there and say that she got a national forest and she don't want nobody to see it because she needs to nair that motherfucker before she put on that bathing suit type outfit for the carnival. Why the hell you going to tell all of us on camera that you got this bush, we got to dive in and find your, find everything? Why would you tell people that? What's the purpose of letting us know that you got a whole weed growing on down? You need a damn weed whacker to get that shit off. You got to nair it off. You can't wait. Why is the purpose of you telling us what's going down there? That is too personal, bitch. We don't want to know the fur that's growing down there. We don't want to know. Go take some tweezers and pick that motherfucker out, but keep it to yourself. But she decided to tell people that that's what's going on down there and that she needs to whack it. And we're just looking at her like, why? I think was it Porsha or Candy that went in the confessional and said, why the hell would you need to tell somebody that? Because why we got to know what's going on down there? We're not your man. We don't need to know. He's the only one that needs to be prepared for what he's going to have to dive into before he goes and touches your ass. Then we got the next one. We got Nene's letting everybody know that she's leaving early. She just showed up one day, which don't make no sense. Why leave Atlanta, go to Toronto, beautiful as hell, for the carnival and only be there for one day? That's a waste of money. But she said that she only going to stay for one day. She got to go somewhere else. And before she did that, she didn't call Eva toward her because she wants to basically squash things and move on. Her method of squashing things is what I said in my last couple of videos, that it is not appropriate of what she wants to do. She wants to move forward without actually addressing the issue that they had in the first place. Now, if you're building a relationship with somebody, you don't address the problem, it's going to happen again, bitch. So why the hell would I sit here and not address this? Because while Eva was bringing up how she asked Nene not to have her mic on when Nene is, she's discussing her baby father, her ex, the crazy dude who just lost custody of her baby, and I think got jail time, Kevin McCall, I think that's his name, I'm not sure. And Nene did have her mic on and didn't tell Eva that she was doing that to be on camera. And she still didn't admit it. And when Eva was addressing it at the last reunion, she acted nonchalant, like she didn't give a fuck about her feelings, saying, we're not friends. Yes, bitch, we're not friends because you lied to me. Now she's bringing it up. Eva's trying to address it because she wants to clear her, conscience or whatever before they move forward. Marlo is in the corner listening, rolling her eyes as if Eva's doing something wrong by bringing that shit up. No, we have to address an issue before we can move on from the issue. And of course, Nene doesn't really apologize until the end, but she follows it up by saying, I just hope you understand where I'm coming from. Why would I need to understand where you're coming from? I asked you not to have your mic on. It's very simple. You chose to have your mic on. So what the fuck I gotta ask you about? I don't need to ask you about nothing because you chose to do what you want to do regardless of how it made me feel. Now you're asking me to consider your feelings. Like, Kenya's right. You need to go down the line, try to mend things with Eva. Maybe you should go for Porsha next, then Cynthia. And the only person left is Kenya. But I hope that when she's mending things, she's accepting responsibility, that she did take part in why this situation got ended in the first place. But of course, Nene, she ain't gonna do shit. She gonna keep doing what the fuck she's doing and continue. Then we got Eva mentioning that she got blocked by Nene. Nene says, no, I unfollowed you. I was like, oh my God, whatever, pettiness. Anyway, Eva says that she'll tread softly, but they can move on. Now, they're on the bus and they're heading to their next, location to go and jump off a building. Now we know black folk are not stupid enough to jump off a perfectly nice building. The only time you're gonna have me jump off is if there's an earthquake, the building's coming down, and I'm going down with it. As soon as I get close to the floor, I'm gonna jump and roll so I can make sure I survive that motherfucker. Why on earth would I strap on a bungee cord and jump off a building that's, 1,168 feet up in the air and do that for fun? How is risking my life? What if the rope broke? Bitch, that maybe they had them sign like a if I died clause. You're not gonna sue the tower for letting me die type situation. It's like somebody telling me to move out of a perfectly good jump out of a perfectly decent plane and go skydiving and just jump off. My thinking is the only time I'm gonna jump out of a plane is if the plane was going down anyway, and if somebody's in there trying to bomb that motherfucker. Otherwise, I don't see the reason for me to jump out. In fact, I got in the plane so my ass can sit down firmly and comfortably and enjoy the ride. Why I gotta get out the ride? But they're going to go jump off this building, and of course Nene sits out because she was me in that. I'm not doing it. We're not testing fate. Eva, of course, can't do it because she's preggo. She's really preggo. Cynthia and the rest of the girls go ahead and go try to do this. And I'm just shaking my head. Candy's thinking to herself, this is not a bonding moment, because the girls thought it was a bonding moment, some trial of life that they did jumping off a building on a bungee cord, that it bonded them and brought them closer together. Okay, girl. Candy's the only one that's realistic about the situation, and so am I. Then we got Eva and Kenya having a conversation. They're talking while the ladies are jumping, and Nene said that she ain't gonna pay no mind to Kenya, and that she does intend to fix things with Cynthia. And I don't know. I mean, the next episode, they're going to show a little bit of what's going to happen with Cynthia and Nene. I have a weird feeling that Cynthia was venting when she did that recording. She was pissed off. Her and Nene have been going through a hard time. She's venting. And it's going to be something that's going to be taken out of proportion, as if her venting and speaking her mind will be a negative thing. When you're pissed off at somebody, you say a whole lot of shit. I know I do. If you don't want me to say all that, don't piss me off. It's very simple. But I think it's going to be taken as if she was talking shit. And whoever the fuck it is in that group, which I'm going to tell y'all who I think it is in a minute, but give me a second. Kenya makes it clear to us that Nene's on an island by herself. Nene's butt crack Giovanna decided to go to bat for Nene and asking why. Okay, so all the girls came together. Kenya, Eva, Cynthia, and Porsha, and Giovanna and Candy are talking after the Bungee situation happened. And of course, Giovanna's Nene's ass crack is what I'm gonna call her, because she's up Nene's ass. She's her ass crack. She comes out and she wants to go to bat for Nene to the group, even though she hadn't been around for all 12 seasons, bitch. She wants to sit up here and try to act like Nene hasn't had an extensive seasons of things that she has done but would not take accountability for. Every person on that couch has done something janky. True. But when you ask them about it, they're forthcoming about accepting responsibility for what they did. Nene's the only person that would make excuses for it or get defensive and just one take responsibility. When it comes to apologize, to get that apology from her is like pulling teeth. But here's Giovanna saying that why is it that we're quick to forgive other people, but we can't forgive Nene? Bitch, shut the fuck up. Oh, at this point, I feel like she wants to damn peach so bad that she would make her ass look stupid. I like Giovanna because I think she's pretty, but she needs to stop. Butt out where you don't fit in, okay? This is not you. Then we got, the girls are out, were invited by Tanya and her beautiful self to go out to drinks. Tanya's handsome man, what's his name, Paul? Yes, he comes walking up. I guess they are engaged because they put fiance. Y'all remember that last season, Tanya was mad because Nene submitted a comment that she took as in, maybe you end up with somebody else. And she's thinking, why would I want to end up with somebody else? Paul is my dude. That's who I want. That's who I stayed in Atlanta for. I could have taken my ass back to Canada, but I stay here for this man. He better marry me, bitch. Don't you put that in the air. But now they're engaged officially. It said fiance. They're together. And I think that they're a beautiful couple. And Tanya is so much in love with that man. Hopefully their marriage lasts. They're out drinking. You got Porsha, Candy, Kenya, and Cynthia get up and leave after Paul shows up. Porsha says to Marlo says, why don't you find me a single man? And Portia's messy ass goes, yeah, we're going to send you somebody's daddy, girl. And she says, as far as he's single, basically they go out and they start talking about the snake situation, who the snake is going to be. Kenya brings it up. Now, here's the thing. I initially thought that it was Giovanna, not Marlo, Giovanna who recorded Cynthia. But then I thought about it and they said it was close friends. And I got to put two and two together. Y'all remember, Kenya wasn't really Nene's friend. They were cool in the beginning when Kenya first started the show. Because Kenya was also cool with Porsha before she started hitting on Porsha's dude, Apollo. They were straight. And when Kenya was building a relationship with Nene, there were times when she had a problem with Cynthia. Right? Now that Kenya is good with Cynthia, is it possible that there was a time where Kenya recorded Cynthia dogging Nene out, maybe out of spite. And now that it's come out, she's the one that keeps bringing it up. Who's the snake? Who's the snake? Hell, she even went so far as to interrogate Giovanna's ass. All three girls talking about, who's the snake? I mean, it makes you want to like, I don't know if she's fixating on this or if she's the culprit. Because they asked them, is the snake here in this group here in Toronto? And everybody's like, Giovanna's like, I don't know. I don't have anything to do with it, but I know who it is. Bitch, you know who it is. That means you have something to do with it. And it's the person here in this group. And she act like the person is, but she's not going to say nothing. Candy, of course, don't want to be around the snake person because we don't want your ass recording us without us knowing. And Candy is trying to badger her to, play the bad cop to let her say something. But the way she's going about it makes me think maybe she's the snake and maybe she don't remember recording her. But with Nene not feeling Kenya and trying to get close with Cynthia again, and Cynthia's close to Kenya, is it possible to think that maybe Kenya was the one who recorded it and Nene's going to use this as a bullet to break him up? Hence the reason why they go to blows. Because Kenya and Nene are going to fight. It's in the commercial. They're supposed to get into almost beat each other's ass up, like into a physical fight. This might be the reason. Don't quote me on that, but I'm just speculating at this point. Of course, Tanya decides to give us a toast for the Toronto family life, explaining that she wants to give a toast to the friends and family that are out there. But in the middle of the toast, she says that to show how important family life is, she's going to prove this to Porsha. And here comes Dennis out the woodworks. And it stops there. But they show the next episode, Dennis is back on his knees again. He's going to try to re-propose to Porsha with a different ring, bigger rock, and throw money in her face to help her forget the fact that he didn't cheat on her ass while she was carrying his baby. I love me some Porsha. I love her attitude. I love her spirit. I think she's a wonderful human being. I think she'll make somebody a good ass wife because she's fine as fuck and she's good and she comes from a good family, a good background. And she's a southern, kind of like a southern type character person. And she rides or die for her man. She does. But this particular man, the way that he did her, because I'm so, Porsha's one of my favorite characters. Maybe I'm taking this personally. I don't like him because he hurt her and she's one of my favorite cast members so far. But him coming there and using the tactic of spending more money to get her to excuse his infidelity as a way to save his family, I don't like that. I think that your actions should speak in trying to build trust, trying to show up for your daughter, build a trust with her family, stay off camera, do everything to get this girl to understand that you really want for her. Throwing money at the situation, I feel like, is a quick fix. And it doesn't last. Anyway, please like, subscribe, and the notification bell. This episode wasn't too good, so I'm hoping the next episode next week will be bomb as a motherfucker. So if this damn review wasn't all that to y'all, I'm so sorry. I did the best I could because hell, this is all they gave us. They need to get to the fighting so I can talk shit on that one to the extent that I know I have the ability to do so. Okay? All right, love you guys. Have a good evening. Bye.